What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Vince, and today we are back with another reaction. Today we're back into inside Chicago's massive migrant crisis. Now I've been telling Tommy he needs to come to my city. Come to Chicago. It's so many things that you like danger so much. There's so many things you can just investigate. You know what I'm saying? I've been telling him. I'm fighting for my life. Like, look at this. Tommy doesn't even realize the danger he's in right now. Watch. Let me show you something. You see this dude right here? He has the most devious look on his face I've ever seen. He's about to run everything up. He's about to take Tommy's shirt, shoes, wallet, car keys, and everything. I've been there. Look at him. Look at him. He's looking at him. He's looking at Tommy. That's not a friendly smile. He's smiling because he knows he just came up on some new clothes. But back to the migrant crisis, all right? I have experienced this firsthand. Like, it's crazy seeing it in person. We finna see it on the video, so I'm not gonna talk a lot. I'm gonna just confirm what he finna say. All right. So I've seen it in real time. Like, they be in the police stations and stuff. Like, it's honestly like kind of hard seeing them live like that. But we be trying to help out. You know what I'm saying? Like, donate like old clothes and stuff, like just to help out. And then some of them are even at the schools. Like, my little brother's soccer team is infinitely better this year. Okay, last year we went 0-12. This year we have not lost a game. Oh, we have not lost a game. They're amazing. They're amazing, dude. They're carrying us. We're playing good. Like, we look like a completely different team when they on it. So I don't know. We finna get into this video and see what's going on with Tommy G. So let's get into it. Let's go.
Me llamo Tommy G. Estoy en Chicago con los Venezuelans.
Yep. I don't know where in Chicago he at though. He downtown. No, he's not. He in the city. I can't tell. Yeah, that's downtown.
6320 University.
Wait.
Venezuela.
A lot of them are from Venezuela too. Oh!
Here talking to people, getting their stories. Enjoy this journey.
The most beautiful city in the world.
To understand Chicago's migrant crisis, let's first start by covering what has been going on in the country responsible for most of the migrants, Venezuela.
Yeah.
For years, Venezuela has been suffering from hyperinflation. It began in the 1980s with double-digit inflation, and in 2019, the Central Bank of Venezuela estimates that inflation reached over 53 million %. Among the list of reasons of why this has happened is rampant government corruption and extreme amounts of money printing. This has resulted in massive shortages of food, medicine, and access to electricity. So, in order to survive, millions of Venezuelans have resorted to fleeing to other countries for a chance at a better life. Places like Colombia, Panama, Peru, and the United States. To get to the United States, migrants have to brave the Darien Gap, where they not only have to contend with snake bites and drowning, but also armed paramilitary groups that prey on migrants.
That's what I'm saying, like, it must really be terrible in wherever they coming from, because they gotta go through all types of hardships to get here. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's a different type of a journey.
Panamanian jungle on foot and have to survive going through Mexico, where they may be robbed and beaten by both Mexican police and cartel affiliates. And finally, they make it to the US. And in places like Texas, government officials have decided to bus migrants to sanctuary cities like New York and Chicago to deal with the issue. Today, we go into the migrant camps, speak to the people, and speak to local residents on how the crisis is affecting their life. Let's begin.
Chicago, Illinois, it's 11 a.m. Where's he at? In Chicago.
So we're downtown Chicago. This is a nice fancy area of the downtown. But hidden in plain sight is actually the hotel that's hosting the most migrants across the whole city. There are about 1,500 migrants in the Inn of Chicago, and that's going to be our first stop of the day to investigate this story and see what the hell is going on with this migrant crisis that's hitting the country.
I didn't even know that.
A lot of American cities are going to have to contend with. Chicago and New York are in emergency situations. Their budgets are going crazy. They're going to be heavily in debt because of this crisis. We're going to have to figure out how we want to operate as a country.
More than 17,000 migrants are currently calling Chicago home and are being housed in places like the O'Hare Airport, police stations, universities, and other temporary shelters.
Dude, it's like they're not even living in homes. They living in hallways, bro, with like blankets and stuff, bro. It's crazy. It's crazy. Like, some of them, like the ones at like my little brother's school, they in shelters now, but it's like, dang. They was living in the police station.
To wonder why they aren't helping Chicago's homeless in the same way that they're helping Chicago's migrants. Also, just a side note, a migrant is a person that is here on temporary work. I don't even know if the word migrant is the appropriate term for these Venezuelan folks.
¿Y dónde eres?
De Venezuela.
Mucha de la gente que están aquí son de Venezuela, ¿sí?
La mayoría, sí, señor.
¿Qué está ocurrido en Venezuela?
La situación económica, para la familia no hay nada.
¿Fue difícil encontrar un trabajo en Venezuela?
Muy difícil conseguir trabajo en Venezuela.
¿Qué fue tu trabajo antes de el crisis?
Construcción.
¿Qué es tu experiencia en América ahora?
Tengo un poco de haber llegado, pero es diferente a lo que uno está acostumbrado a ver, pues.
¿Cuántos días está en Estados Unidos?
Tengo una semana apenas que llegué.
¿Qué quieres ser en tu futuro?
Para poder estar aquí legalmente y conseguir un buen trabajo.
Señor, ¿quieres compartir tu cuenta? Dígame sobre tu viaje aquí.
Vamos en el tren, pasando la selva.
¿Conoces la bestia?
La bestia, claro.
They out there dodging pumas and anacondas? Oh! Bro, that is crazy to me. That is crazy. What the heck?
Monterrey,
Just to get to Chicago?
Reynosa, te quitan la cantidad de dinero, te matan, te quitan los niños.
¿El cartel o la policía?
No, los carteles.
¿Sientes más tranquilo ahora en los Estados Unidos?
Claro, es.
¿Qué
That's good.
disfruta más sobre Estados Unidos?
Porque hay seguridad, este es un país seguro.
Claro.
¿Eres con tu familia aquí?
Sí, tengo mis 2 hijos y mi mujer.
¿Por qué viajas aquí a Estados Unidos?
Vengo de Colombia. Colombia se está poniendo igual que Venezuela ya. No tenía trabajo, todo se está poniendo caro, no se consigue trabajo.
¿Haces la viaje a la bestia?
Sí, claro.
¿Con tu hija?
Con mi hija. 3 días viajando en la bestia con mi hija y 3
man, I
días en
feel
la
bad
selva
for the
del Darién.
kids.
Con mi hija y mi otro hijo y mi señora.
¿Qué piensas sobre Estados Unidos?
Aquí muy bien, gracias a Dios, todo bien.
And it's gonna start getting cold. I don't know why they. Ooh. They
Are
better
you a
hope they
local
get places.
Chicagoan?
I am not. I am from about an hour away.
Should we continue to be sanctuary cities, or should we say, hey, enough is enough?
We should continue to be a sanctuary city, and instead of complaining about the symptoms of why we have people coming in and what a strain it is on our systems,
Okay.
our resources, our communication, our transportation, we should help the antecedent issues with it. One, help the people find a way to make their countries better. Help the people
Okay,
find a
I
way
agree
to
with that.
assimilate in society, not just coming into the larger cities, but also into different parts of the US and even other countries too.
The biggest holder of the migrants in the city is just down the street. How is it impacting the city right now?
I have some friends who some of the migrants are staying next door to them. They're struggling with that a little bit. One day it's empty building, next day there's a community there, and they're complaining about the noise, they're complaining about some of the behavior. Kind of it's a tough situation because you feel sorry for individuals who's trying to make a better life for themselves.
Yeah,
so it's
but
like
at
no
the same
one's fault,
time-
but then it's not a good situation for anybody. This country
Right.
has a homeless issue. Now you can build tents and find places for people that wasn't here 2 weeks ago. What's this issue that you got homelessness in this country?
Right, like for real, you got people staying in tents under the expressway and stuff, under bridges. It's like, but these people come in and they like we instantly find them homes. Like I sympathize with both sides. But at the same time, it's like, dang, I don't know, but also a lot of times the people that's homeless, they be homeless for different reasons. They be like drug related reasons. These people come here and want to make a decent, like, you know what I'm saying, life for themselves and want to work and stuff. Like the homeless people, 9 times out of 10, like, or not, I don't want to say 9 times out of 10, but most of the time they don't want to work. You know what I'm saying? So that's the reason they homeless. They just want to sit and do drugs and beg all day. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes that could not be the case, but a lot of times I'm pretty sure it is. And also, I've been thinking, I don't really know. How are they gonna stay here? Like I'm saying, like the jobs and stuff, like eventually we're gonna run out of jobs, right? Like it's not enough money to pay a whole another country. You know what I'm saying? Like, does that make sense what I'm saying? Like, how we gonna, if we already overpopulated, how we gonna take in more people and like just like we not already overcrowded? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I agree with the first thing. We need to find a way to help them fix their country. You know what I'm saying?
you can't find money to do.
It looks like they're putting them up in like the fancy hotels too. That's what I thought was kind of interesting. It's not like they're putting people in the Super 8 motel.
Well, it's not premier. The location is, but it's like what's available. That was a hotel that's empty, so it's like, okay.
I know that
That
of the
hotel
projected
did not
city
look
budget,
good.
it's supposed to be over 500 million in deficit next year. A third of it's going to be because of the migrant issue. Do you think there's going to be more awareness or protest in Chicago? Because I see some communities that are fiercely against it.
For them to just sit up here with this crap and we're supposed to listen to it.
I'm the deputy mayor for immigrant, migrant, and refugee rights.
They doing too much.
These decisions need to be brought to the community.
How can you come into a community and dump people in our community? This is not fair.
It's going to destroy our business. It's going to destroy our hopes and dreams.
I mean, they're not wrong, but
some communities that are fiercely for it.
We should continue to be a sanctuary city. And
so guys, I think I misspoke. I looked up Chicago residents happy about the migrant shelter and could only find protest videos. So looks like no one actually in the city is happy about it.
$500 million.
I mean, I'm not
that's
mad.
a lot. Where was that before? Why is this migrant thing all of a sudden money is falling out of the tree?
Obviously, there's a crisis at the border. Governor Abbott is shipping about 40 or 50 people from Texas every single day. How do you feel about Governor Abbott doing that?
It's sort of like, come on, man. You know what I mean? But then you say, okay, well, I want you to feel the pain that I'm feeling, right? I understand that, but it seems like that he could be, he's trying to make it difficult for you versus turn into a more political statement to show you up versus trying to really be helpful.
Do you think Chicago should continue to be a sanctuary city, I should say?
I think it has to be. I run the Chicago Marathon every year, and we talk about, oh, you run through all these different ethnic neighborhoods. So one minute we're saying we're this big international city, and then you can't be a big international city and not be able to, welcome.
Yeah, he not wrong. He not wrong too. So that was a good point.
¿Qué está ocurrido en Venezuela ahora?
Venezuela está hecho un desastre, ahorita no hay empleo.
¿Es la falta de gobierno?
Claro.
¿Piensa que Maduro gana la elección o no?
No. Ellos son los que llevan el control de todo, de máquinas las controlan ellos. Es la única forma que puedan ganar.
¿Qué es tu sueño de un trabajo?
Tener un trabajo estable y estar bien.
They just won't work. They don't care what it
en
is.
Estados Unidos?
Sí.
¿Cuánto cuesta?
$3,000. Aquí en Estados Unidos tú trabajas y tienes todo. Carro, moto, casa, todo.
¿Cómo peligroso es este barrio?
Un poco peligroso.
¿Conoces personas que fue roban?
Sí.
Claro.
Where are they? Are they in the hood now?
Okay.
A un amigo también.
Escucho que fue robaron.
Se llevaron el catalizador. El carro estaba parado allá frente a la escuela.
But you can't leave your car out there unattended. You gonna have to sleep in that boy. You're not leaving your car out there, and best believe they can take in every part. You lucky you still got the wheels on that boy. That boy would have been gutted. It would have been no wheels. It would have been on bricks. Windows would have been gone. They would have found a way to take the whole window out. They would have took the door too. I ain't gonna lie. They would have took the door and the window. It would have just been a shell.
Se metieron y cortaron.
¿Cómo es tu experiencia en Estados Unidos ahora?
Es un país muy bueno, estable.
¿Qué piensas sobre socialistas y comunistas?
Socialismo resulta ser como un cáncer.
And I know it's hard because they don't speak no English. They gotta use translators and stuff. They lucky Tommy speaks Spanish.
We can't be in here? Oh, I thought some of the guys invited us in. I don't know. Chicago is really cutting down on access here. I get it. Me gusta tu Jordans. ¿Cuántas semanas está aquí en Estados Unidos?
Them was not Jordans.
1 year, 3 months.
¿Qué es tu experiencia en Estados Unidos?
Una experiencia buena.
Hay algunas personas que están enojados. Ellos dicen, hey, hay personas sin casa que están americanos, veterans de guerreros que no reciben dinero o casas, y ellos ven hombres de Venezuela reciben cuartos y más y ellos están enojados. ¿Qué piensas sobre esto?
Solo se ve aquí lo superficial, pero por dentro no saben cómo es por dentro. En un cuarto vemos 30, 20 personas, ¿no? Y una camilla pequeña.
Hola, ¿cómo estás? ¿Qué estás cocinando?
Pequeños.
Muy rico y sabroso.
Sabroso.
¿Disfruta tu vida en Estados Unidos?
Sí, trabajando para la familia.
Well, that look nasty, but...
Muchas gracias por la comida, muy sabroso.
He said very tasty. You know he lying.
El señor más guapo en todo de Chicago aquí, So, ¿cómo es vida en Chicago?
Good.
Más stable y seguro.
Sí, seguro.
¿Cuánto cuesta para un cortar de pelo?
Un corte, 40,
$40.
35.
$40
$40 for a haircut, boy. He taxing. He taxing $40. 25 is normal. Let me see if he said that right. Let me see, because I saw 25 too.
40, 35.
40, 25, like, I mean, he's just throwing out numbers now. That's a ginormous range. I'm not paying $40 for no design in my head. Get him out of here.
5.
No necesito un cortar. No, aquí, pero aquí sí. Mi esposa dice que es un salva aquí.
A Chicago,
Oh!
Para la película, puedes mudar tu booty como esto.
What's wrong with Tommy, bro? What's wrong?
Twerk?
Twerking, yes, but no.
¿Eres un cocinera?
Sí.
Para vivir aquí, ¿cuántos dólares por día necesita?
20 la hora, sería bueno.
Tiene un buen día, okay?
$20
It's very
a day?
interesting to see. I mean, these people are making the best of their situation. They're making do. They're cooking in the park, they're building community, and they're doing the best they can. So you can't really fault the Venezuelans. We would do the same exact thing in their shoes.
I agree.
Literally everyone we've talked to, all they want to do is be able to work. That's all anyone ever said. No one said, I want a Lamborghini, I want a mansion. Let's continue this journey. Well, Chicago welcomed me. How much is this ticket?
They are very hard workers. No cap. They'll get that job done like that, bro. They do not play around. You know what I'm saying? Like, at the same time, like, they might deserve the jobs if they doing them better.
It's gonna be $75 ticket.
Eso lo paga YouTube.
I know about that. So I hate parking downtown. So you always gotta pay.
And just a block away, we got the migrant crisis happening. What is that like, experiencing that in your neighborhood?
I believe that the city of Chicago should have did a little bit more for the residents, but it's like there's no order over here.
Some people are upset because they're saying, you know what, there's a lot of Americans here that need help. We have some really tough neighborhoods, we have veterans, we have homeless that we're not really taking care of. But hey, brand new people that just got here from Venezuela, put them up in a hotel, put them up here. What are your thoughts on that?
I work for the Department of Children and Family Services, and I see the homeless crisis happening in Chicago. In the wintertime, we're passing out blankets, but not trying to get into a heated place. I believe that the funds that's been spent for the migrants should have been spent for the residents here, stabilize them, and then move on to helping others.
So and they say Chicago. I need to do some research on the homeless in Chicago, because if there's no way they're just handing them boys out blankets in the winter. Them boys have to be finding shelter. It's no way. You're not surviving that. You're not surviving that, bro. You're not surviving blizzards and all types of stuff. -20. You're not surviving. You're not surviving. You mess around. You mess around. Never go outside again if you out there for 10 minutes with just a jacket. Come on now. Like, I need to do some research.
There's going to be over $500,000 in debt, and a third of that issue is going to be because of the migrant crisis. What does that make you think?
The taxpayers.
Yeah.
One thing, I didn't support Trump, but I did support he wasn't bringing over more to the United States of America.
Should Chicago remain a sanctuary city?
I think that we should remain a sanctuary city under certain terms and laws, but not just busing 15,000 people over a day or no place to put them.
Yeah, because at the same time, it's not fair for the migrants.
Venezuelan crisis impacted your life. They're right over there. There's hundreds of them. How does that impact
anybody coming to your house and say, "F with you"?
Oh, he's on drugs.
Oh my God!
I know these type of dudes, bro. You can listen to his voice. Hey, man. Loose squares. Them type of guys. Do not buy anything from them, because it's either fake, stolen, or are dangerous. Like, come on now, dude. Hey, man. Dude, I know cigarettes when I hear it. And drugs, come on.
Is that what they're doing?
Right here. It's cool.
Tommy don't want me to touch him.
But you don't know me,
yeah.
So it's kind of awkward, yeah.
Do you think Chicago should still be a sanctuary city?
Oh, it always is a sanctuary city.
What the heck?
They ain't got a problem them coming. It's you staying without you paying.
When you see the Chicago government handing out tons of money, hundreds of millions of dollars to the migrants, but then we have our homeless, we have our tough neighborhoods, we have our veterans, what does that make you feel?
Where the money going?
Where's his voice go?
Just down the street, there's hundreds of migrants. Across the city, there's thousands of migrants. How has it impacted your life as a Chicago resident?
It hasn't affected me though. I don't have no problem with it, you know.
Are you glad that Chicago is a sanctuary city? So Governor Abbott from Texas, he's been sending migrants that arrive there. He's been sending 40 or 50 of them at a time in a bus, and now it's built up to thousands of migrants. What is your message if you could talk to Governor Abbott?
What you do for others, you should do for everybody. I believe that everybody needs help.
The next president that runs goes on a platform of closing down our borders. Would doing that make you want to vote for him?
Nah, that wouldn't make me vote for him though.
All right, folks, we brought you an inside look to the Chicago migrant crisis. Thank you for watching, and as always, love you. See you next week.
See ya, Tommy. Welcome to the city. He didn't really come to my city, but well, he did downtown. I don't live downtown though, but I don't know, dude. It's just crazy. It's like I feel like it's like a touchy subject. Not touchy, but it's not. If it was easy to like resolve, then it wouldn't even be a problem. But like you gotta like feel for both sides. You know what I'm saying? Like on one end, you gotta show sympathy for the migrants. Like clearly, their lives in Venezuela and Colombia and all of them are terrible. Terrible, you know what I'm saying? To go through a jungle where there are tigers, pumas, anacondas, all types of snakes, venomous snakes, with kids, go through rivers, to go through that type of journey just to get somewhere to where you won't even have like a home, like you'd be sleeping outside, is crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't even believe that. Like, I can't imagine what they're going through, but at the same time, like, we do have people over here that need help. Like why aren't our people our priority over their people? You know what I'm saying? I guess I can sympathize with that too. So I don't know though, like the homeless situation, yeah, you do got like our veterans and stuff, and you got like our, you know what I'm saying, like people like that just are going through rough times or like been in abusive relationships and stuff, and like just are homeless due to like uncontrollable circumstances. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, they get lumped in with the other people that are homeless because they're on drugs. You know what I'm saying? They spend their last dollar on like crack cocaine and stuff instead of getting a burger from McDonald's. You starving, but you still got to get your daily intake of drugs. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like that argument can be a touchy subject too, because it's like the people that are homeless, like sometimes they need more than just that type of help. Like just the housing type of help. But I don't know, like if the migrants are willing to work and stuff, I mean, you can't really fault them. You know what I'm saying? As long as they come in here, all they want to do is work. All they want to do is work. And then they going through like you got a bed at home, you got all types of stuff, and you don't even want to get up to go to work. You know what I'm saying? They sleeping on concrete, getting up and going to work 12-hour shifts. Come on now. You really need to do some self-reflection. So, I don't know, man. Tommy, welcome to Chicago, and I hope you be back soon to come look at the hoods. Them boys dangerous. So, I don't know, man. Y'all let me know what y'all thought about this one in the comments. Y'all know, if y'all enjoyed the video too, make sure to comment button, like button, notification button, subscribe button, all the buttons, because guess what? Welcome to Chicago. We're going.